Okay, so we've looked at making scoreboards and buttons in our game, but in this video I'm going to show you how to do that really clearly, how to make scoreboards appear in your game over here, and so you can label them as well. So far in my game I've got an octopus that is programmed so that when it can't see fish it's going to wander around, when he can see fish he's going to move towards them, and when he bumps into those fish he's going to eat them. Then I've got a fish that is programmed to wander very slowly around. So let's just see how that's working. Right, so we've got the octopus, he saw the fish, he moved towards it, bumped into it and ate it. Now I want to score points every time I bump into a fish. So I'm going to look back at my octopus programming, and what I want to do is have a line of code that is above this one here before I eat it, because if he gets eaten before I get to this line of code there won't be a fish to make the line of code happen. So I want, when I bump the fish, I want to score points, and I want to score 1 point, and I'm going to choose for it to be a red point. Okay, so this now means that he's going to bump the fish and he'll score 1 point, and then he will eat the fish. So let's just see how that works. Now, as you can see, my scoreboard is already labelled up here, and I'll show you how to do that. If you go into the world settings, if you remember, I chose for my score to be red. My scoreboard is red. This one here, saying it's loud labelled, means that I've labelled it, let's have a look at that, as food, but I want it to be quietly labelled. The reason I want it to be quietly labelled rather than loud labelled is because when he bumps into this, it means that I won't get a point that whizzes up here. So if I just show you the difference, that was quiet labelled, and with loud labelled, every time I score a point, I'm going to bump into the fish and this point is going to whiz up here. And if you think that you're scoring lots of points all the time with lots of different colours and they're all loud points, they're going to be whizzing up here all the way through your game, and it could get really busy and quite irritating. So that's how you make a labelled scoreboard over here. So you go into your world settings, and then you have the options down here. So just remember the difference between loud labelled and quiet labelled, and exactly what loud scoring is, because you don't really want that unless you want the points to be seen all the time. I'll show you an example of where this could be quite bad. I'm going to now say that every second I want to keep track of time. So I'm going to say timer 1 second. So every second I want it to score 1, and let's go blue, 1 blue point. Okay, now let's watch this. So this could be tracking how long the game is lasting, or maybe even how old my octopus is. But if this is going to happen every second of the game, that's going to be quite irritating and quite distracting. So that's why it would be much better to go into my scoreboard for my blue and just change that to be quiet labelled, and we'll call it age, so you can pretend that that's the octopus's age in the game. So there we are, you can see it's just very quietly just moving along, and we now need to just change that red one to also be quiet labelled, so it's not making a noise constantly throughout the game. And there we are. So the score's going up, he ate the fish, and that point's gone up. Okay, so that's how you can do that. Another thing just to bear in mind is that if you haven't actually told your character to score a point, it won't score any points up here. So it doesn't matter that you've gone into your world settings. So I'll go to my green scoreboard and I'm going to say I want it to be labelled health. Okay. Because I haven't actually programmed anything to score points or in the health, nothing's going to happen up here. So until I program something, that health is not going to appear up here. As soon as I do program the octopus or another character to score points in a way that will affect the green scoreboard, score green points, it will appear up here straight away. So just make sure that you have checked that you've actually programmed a character to score points first. Okay?